their names are just their names are in Japanese. So if you are looking at the 3-character Japanese name, because I cannot read Japanese, that is Gion they go by, previously known as Lilka, and the 4-character Japanese name is Jericho. Both playing their favorite duelist, Reina for Gion and Jet for Jericho. So we'll see how they can play out with those.
Yeah, and I'm still trying to get this figured out here. I am in the lobby. Perfect. Wonderful. All right, so we're right
towards garage.
Yeah, right into it here. And 6 Playground already getting these entries, just pressuring the CT side. Not even worried about what's going on here, but we are getting some good picks from Casual Pink's side here. Aim It, though, does get the pick onto Reina, and okay. Virtue, though, not giving up quite just yet. It's a 1v2 here.
Does get the plant down.
But Aim It closes it out with a insane 4K pistol round that I caught a little late, but
that all happened very quickly. Like as soon as you started to see what was going on was about half a second after it started happening. They had a very, very heavy push up mid. 2 members of 6 Playground pushed into B site, and the rest pushed through garage, and they took C lickety split after taking a couple picks.
Lickety split. I like that. I like that. I like that. Lickety split. So we're going to see a pretty basic default here on the defender side. We do see some of the Casual Pink side players kind of grouping up towards that long C area, and they're trying to sell a fake, or so sorry, 6 Playground kind of grouping up towards long C, and now we're seeing them finally go ahead and take it. They pretty much sold that fake onto the A side, and they have this C side practically for free here.
Nobody watching C there as they threw a bit of utility over towards A and had the rest of the team ready to line up, and that is as much of a free plant as you can get. But we'll see how Casual Pink can work on retaking the site.
Oh my goodness, Poppy Raza almost killing the chamber there. Gets out just in time, though.
Left on just a sliver of HP.
Yeah, so far not much they can do, but Reina swings out of the smoke, gets Poppy Raza, and then the rest is pretty much cleanup. Anything else is just extra. And not a bad overall eco round coming out from Casual Pink, though, but
yeah, I believe TWK picking up a couple frags there. The entire team just so well coordinated, seeing that Casual Pink all pushed out of like C-Link at the same time. So very easy for them to line up, and they just all cut them down at once.
Yeah, and you know, 6 Playground, they have their strats down to a T. You know what I'm saying, right? And so it's gonna take quite a bit of teamwork here from Casual Pink if they really, really, truly want to make anything happen. So first gun round, so far so slow. We see mid control coming out from 6 Playground here, opting to kind of give up the rest of the extremes of the map here, and it looks like they definitely want to take garage here. And TWK gets the flash out. Is going to go ahead and try to push onto the C side, but Epic Dude gets LeBron slacking, though. TWK in the face of Jet just absolutely decimates him. And somehow 6 Playground does get the plant, but they are in a pretty tough spot here.
Yeah, they opted out of buying this round, hanged on to their eco from round 2. So they're just outgunned right now as you said, a good eco round from Casual Pink in round 2 means that they have rifles and they are taking this round for themselves.
Reina, though, beautiful retake. Great teamwork coming out of Casual Pink, and that's what we wanted to see. So great first round, great buy from them. It's going to work out. It's a little costly, though. 3 of them do go down, so the rebuy is going to be a little bit weak here.
Yep, but as a benefit, it is our first not 13-0 game on stream of the weekend.
We did it, everybody.
Only took 3
Right.
rounds in this game, which is great. But yeah, as you mentioned, they forced with the rifles, which is definitely the reason why they took that round. But the rebuy is going to be a little shaky. You see a Spectre in the hands of the pick dude there. Everybody else, another Spectre in RV, but everybody else holding on to their rifles. We'll see if they can hold out for another round on defense.
Jet jiggling along C here might go ahead and get some info. He gets way too greedy on the repeat there. You don't want to repeat a team like CECS Playground. If you see 2 people there, you want to call for that rotate, but you do not want to go down because look how easy this is falling apart for Casual Pink. LeBron's gets another entry onto RV. And with this, pretty much C is taken. They are favoring the C side over and over again, Rylan, and it is just working out beautifully for them. And they're not even going to play on the site. Look at this. They're just giving up the site. They said,
have
hey,
very clear eyes on the plant. They planted for C long, and that is exactly how they're playing it too. And Casual Pink has no idea that there is nobody standing on site. LeBron's probably going to grab a pick here.
off the leash
though.
though.
Job on his own, picks up a 4K. What a dominant round, a flawless round from 6 Underground, 6 Playground. 6 Underground is a movie that I enjoy.
Gonna have to check that out later, everybody.
It does have Ryan Reynolds for y'all Canadians.
There it is. And so like we saw, like you mentioned, dominant round there. Coming out from LeBron's, like I told you, he's definitely someone you want to watch. He is so good on that jet. And, you know, they just kind of let him off the leash to let him do his thing. And he goes ahead, picks up those last 2 guns, and round's done, resetting them back onto these sheriffs here. And we know they've been able to do some damage with the pistols so far. But Rich goes ahead and gets a beautiful entry. And the jet goes ahead and gets a beautiful trade. But LeBron's comes right back at him. And now, once again, they have this C site. T has fallen.
In every round so far, and they plant the exact same. You notice that 6 Playground is retreating right back to where they were last round. Of course, LeBron's is sticking around because he wants to make some flashy plays. Maybe a couple of highlights for the pause reel. He is taking
that could have been
down
one. But look at this, though. Maybe that could have cost him a little bit too much on the aggression there. It's down to the 3v2.
The thing is they never haven't. There's never a time for. Like, Casual Pink isn't able to defuse. They have 3 members retreating back, and they have Astra's utility set up. They have everything set on that spot on C site where 3 of them can just not even look at the bomb and be ready for if they start to defuse.
Yeah, exactly. And they have that utility for that post plant. And like I said, the discipline from CECS Playground is there. Like, they're not going to make dumb mistakes. They play very, very solid together as a unit. And look at them. They're just going to keep bullying C, and they're just giving up C at this point, which is a huge mistake. If you're losing C repetitively, you don't want to give up C.
You know what I'm saying? They would have stacked C, but they play for a mid push. Both teams not realizing what's going on either side. We do have Jericho looking like they're going to move into garage.
Yeah, and for once, you know, this is what I'm talking about, the discipline on CECS Playground. They've won that side over and over and over again. But look, they're not rushing it. They're not just running in, you know, because of that confidence, right? They're taking their time. They're using all the utility to clear out the side. And look how beautiful that execute is. Brand open site. Sorry,
this is going to leave 6 on 6 Playground. Not able to retreat back to where they normally do. You see the flank coming around from C long. You have TWK there.
And look at that.
Oh my goodness.
RV though, huge 2 picks and long. Epic gets the kill on the side, and he needs help here. He needs his teammate to get up long C. He's not going to be able to trade him, and great 1v1 between Rich and Epic though, and RV has to do everything here. He has to get a huge pick, and he's just not going to be able to get it in that position. Rich with a beautiful 3K to close out that round.
Yeah, there was a lot of opportunity there. As I said, the Casual Pink had the flank on C long, which left TWK alone to hold that off by themselves, and they were able to bring it down to a 2v1 situation because they didn't allow 6 Playground to retreat back to that same, like they kind of hid in cubby and they hid at the back of C long just waiting for the defuse. But Unfortunately for Casual Pink, they weren't able to come out as on top as Rich, I believe, was the one that clutched it out in the 2v1 situation.
Yeah, and you know, you just brought up that scoreboard, and it's pretty much even on both sides in terms of kills. So we're not really seeing one side really get completely outgunned so far. An epic dude, beautiful pick onto TWK. Rick, a little too early on that spray. He's gonna get punished for it. Great entry by Reyna there. Poppy Raza finding somebody on the other side, but look at this positioning by Reyna. He has LeBron's kind of stuck in long A, and he's just about to get cornered right now. Not much he can do here. He's in quite a tough spot, and RV couldn't do much there. Virtue with one of his own. Poppy, though, not counted out just yet, is still doing work.
It is down to a 2v2. We have, wow, Jericho with a beautiful one. I want to say 1D, but it's with the Sheriff.
You know,
it's
we
down
take
to
those.
1v1. Poppy Rasa with the Phantom.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a moment. What a moment there. For some reason, Jericho had his knife out. He could have actually tagged Sova up a bit there on the cross.
Left.
And now Sova's just sprinting.
He's going straight to C site, where we have seen it being planted every single round. He will plant it again, and it looks like he's going to take the same spot in Cubby on C long as they usually do.
Beautiful. I just want to give a shout out to our observer. Beautiful angles following Sova, following Poppy Raza all the way through. And just look, right? Look at what LeBron's has to go ahead and do here. Or sorry, not LeBron's, Jericho against Poppy, and
he's holding, just waiting for the defuse. Do you think he has a couple arrow lineups?
I can't say. It looked like he did, but then beautiful. The ult does come out. He doesn't know. He misses it, but he just has to keep spamming the same spot over and over again, and now he just has to stick it. Oh, this is so tough. Jericho isn't gonna get it. Maybe he does. No way. Does he get it? Oh, by just a second, Ryland. A second.
If Jericho had one smoke left, I believe he would have been able to stick the defuse after Sova's ultimate was done.
Old Jet wins that.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is the case, isn't it? But yeah, beautifully played though. We have to give credit to Poppy Rasa there for just stalling out as long as possible. Had the arrow lineups, waited for the defuse, and then threw out his shock dart and then his ultimate afterwards. Very, very well played from him.
Yeah, solid individual play coming out from CECS Playground and Poppy Raza specifically. So now we're kind of seeing a bit of a slower pace come out. Even though, as I say that, LeBron's is already working his way up sewer, and he's almost practically on the ace side here, and nobody's really challenging it. But now Reyna with the slow peek.
Well, CECS Playground left the spike at attacker spawn, and Rich now just picked it up as they're making a play up mid, looking maybe towards B site here.
Very uncharacteristic of them to just kind of leave the bomb there. Maybe they just wanted to play for picks early in the round, but now we're seeing that B side take. They're dedicating in there, and Jericho just got caught on the edge of that smoke, gets punished for it. But we're seeing picks get traded back and forth here, but now we're finally seeing.
I believe Jericho was trying to peek the smoke, and then as they peeked out, got caught by a recon dart from who was it? Poppy Rasa, of course.
Yeah,
a legendary Silva player that we've never seen him play Silva before.
No, he played a bit of Sova.
He played a bit of Sova? Okay.
Yeah, he actually likes Sova, specifically on this map. And we can see why, right, Ryland? It's evident that he has a game plan, and it's working quite well for them. So, great round there, though, by Casual Pink, right? They finally were able to retake that B side. We know how hard it could be to retake the B side, so maybe they want to start getting away from B side. C was working quite well for CECS Playground, so
yeah, we kind of just skimmed over the fact that Casual Pink picked up a second round, but it's not showing. The scoreboard doesn't reflect how close this game actually is. It's coming down to the wire in a lot of these rounds. We're looking at CECS Playground making a look towards A, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. No, I was gonna say, yeah, you're absolutely right. They are looking to commit here, and they got 3 players on the side of Casual Pink to kind of hold this side. The question is, can they? RV, beautiful stop onto LeBron's, but there comes Poppy Raza coming in hot, gets 2. Virtue gets 1 back, but the side's pretty much lost. Those 3 players were for naught, but beautiful peek by Jericho, catches Rick just slacking. And the Astral Wall is going to be dedicated here, and somehow Jericho lives, but the jumping right click from Aim It ends all the foolishness, and we have a 7th round here, Alan.
Yeah, wow. I was about to mention that yeah, they hadn't really dropped around where they hard push C where they started off. But yeah, as soon as you saw all the utility that was being put down there on both sides, and I think Six Playground knew they had to commit, because taking another site after using up all their utility would have been extremely difficult. But they were able to get it off. Surprisingly, in my opinion, I thought it was looking towards the hands of Casual Pink until, I believe, again, Poppy Raza, we can't stop saying his name, was able to come up with a couple clutch kills there.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. And yeah, he's doing a lot for his team right now on that Sova, and it's just working out beautifully between him and LeBron. They're just holding it down. Very solid gameplay. So now we're seeing a bit of a mid take here, some mid presence. More of a default, really, as you see. They're holding A and C while they're working mid here. And that spam just got epic. I know
Exe.
Word.exe, he did hear the flash, so he knows someone's close by, and I think TWK knows, but does he get caught off guard? And he gets the dink. Epic Dude is stuck in a bad spot. He needs to teleport out. For some reason, he doesn't. I'm not sure why.
He had the rendezvous available, but he decided to try and stick for the frag. He didn't realize that there was a second mirror chamber in the room.
Yeah, that is just unfortunate. And here we go, back to the basics, right? Look at this retake. This is all but impossible for Casual Pink. All 5 members of Six Playground are up and ready to fight on this C side. And let's see what this retake is going to look like here. But here comes the Asher utility, just so prominent in stopping these retakes, and just beautiful teamwork here coming out of Six Playground.
Yeah, very sound offense here. I want to say that Haven is more of an attacker's favored map, if I'm not mistaken, just because of the extra sight and a bit more difficult to split up your defense in terms of watching all the push points. But I don't want to write off Casual Pink just yet. I'm excited to see what happens post halftime here. Maybe they can even grab a round before then, but I'm interested to see if they can keep the momentum up on defense from Six Playground.
Yeah, Casual Pink really only needs to get these last 2 rounds, and this game is far from over if they do that. I don't like this teleport. I think that was a little bit too premeditated from Epic Dude. I know he didn't want to be too aggressive, but he didn't really get any info off of that, so bit of a waste there on the TP. And wow, Amid already gets the free entry onto Jericho, unfortunately, and now they're just creeping up, and it's pretty much cleanup at this point. It doesn't look like much of the defense can do much here, and can Reyna just swing and get the kill? And of course, as I say, this monster Reyna comes in and just absolutely destroys Amid and LeBron's.
Through the smoke?
Yeah, it's up through the smoke. Yeah, absolutely. Monster.
Oh, I thought he got that.
I did too. I did too, Ryland.
I saw that crosshair on the head, but I guess that's that first shot inaccuracy of the game. Very good kill there from TWK.
Yeah, if I'm Virtue here, you just want to save, right? But not gonna happen. Not this round.
There. Going into the final round of the half. Looks like it was no fault done. Rifles on the side of Casual Pink, regardless of being wiped last round. However, light armor only for Rishu, who definitely could have benefited off of saving the Phantom in their hand.
Ryland, I don't know if you remember, but who picked Haven? Whose map pick is this?
This is Casual Pink's map pick.
Interesting. So yeah, we should be seeing a little bit more of a fight from them, but it, just goes to show how well Six Playground is doing. And look at that pick onto I'm sorry, their name is evading me right now, but onto the Astra right there, and look at this, Beautiful swing by Reina to equalize things here, but TWK ruthlessly pushes in and absolutely opens up that A side. And once again, Ryland, look at what the situation is.
Spike planted, they're looking for a retake, but TWK with a 4K, the third 4K of the game, by the way. That closes up the cap. This might be one of those situations where perhaps the reason that Casual Pink chose Haven is similar to Six Playground. They have a really strong capability to take site, very strong attack side, and it might be very similar where they have the lineups on post plant that they can play a very safe retake opportunity and just look for picking off anybody who's looking for the defuse instead of holding the site itself.
Yeah, RV, you know, so I remember like a couple months ago, maybe a year ago, the meta was very heavily on these initiators, or I guess not, with the exception of Viper, where they were playing these heavy you know, post plant utility spots, right, where the arrows and the lineups were very important to the retake, or not the retake, to holding post plant. So RV's gonna have a lot to do if he's the guy who's responsible for those lineups. And so far we're seeing Casual Pink kind of group up towards this long A. We see the drone coming in to get that info, and already Amit's already taking the fight in short, and he gets to, holds down that part of the side, and this is just falling apart. They can't do much, and there you have it.
And Casual Pink was like very slow on their push there. It was another one of we've seen this situation in the recent matches we had where every member of Six Playground had rotated to A site by the time that Casual Pink was pushing out, which defeats any advantage they have of swinging out for trades or even just taking the site in general. Because if you have 5 people there, you have to clear instead of the 2 originally. I think they just need to work a little bit more on securing the site before the other team has a chance to come over and help them out, you know?
Right. But again, testament to how well Six Playground are as a team. They just know, look at this, like they are already calming, hey, long A is clear, watch for C in mid. And we see Rich here kind of ready for this now. And there's the engagement from the flankers. Amit does go down though, and Rich pops out, and TWK, and they just both wipe the floor here with this, with Casual Pink to attempt to make anything happen here. And it's not looking good. A bit of a panic here from Jericho, juggling the weapons, and they know where he's at here, and somehow doesn't die just yet, but he's looking for the fight, and LeBron says, bring it on, brother.
It brings us to match points. Again, at least it's not a 13-0. I don't want to write them off yet. This has been a very interesting game so far. The next match is on Bind. Teleport map. It's Bind, right? Yeah.
That is Bind.
Yeah. We'll see if there's any teleporter plays. I mean, we're seeing the gameplay from Six Playground on the map they didn't choose, so I'm very interested to see what happens when we head over to their favored. Will we see a 2-0? Will we see a very clutch comeback from Casual Pink? Possibly. Maybe possibly in this match still.
You know, the interesting thing is, you know, a lot of the time a team will pick a map and they'll lose the map pick, but then they'll win their enemy's map pick. So I really hope that this is one of those scenarios where, you know, if this does come down to a 13-2, at least hopefully Casual Pink can, you know, pick themselves up and hopefully win their enemy's map pick.
Yeah, we see a very slow start to the round. Casual Pink leaving the spike just a little bit off from C-Long, just so that I guess they don't get picked off with it, hanging out in lobby right now. And it looks like they're going to try and find a pick before trying to take any of the sites. And Six Playground still a little bit spread out amongst the map. Not as much communication. They haven't heard a lot of noise, clearing different spots.
Yeah. And the tough part is now, if you're Six Playground, you can take your sweet time making any move. Or sorry, you can just play very defensively, right? Because you don't have nothing to lose. You're at game point here. You don't have to peek anything anymore, even on the defensive side. And so we're seeing them take their time, and it's just working, right? They don't have to push. They're playing this beautiful to a T. The swing from Rich to avoid the Reina flash, great job. But Epic Dude takes him out, and then Virtue takes out LeBron's for pushing up. But look at TWK, so dangerous, so dangerous. Gets
Clip
you,
it!
beautiful sheriff shot, and now this is all but done. There's 10 seconds, and there it is. Poppy Raza closes this out,
God.
and we're on. To
That was
map number 2.
beautiful.